music.
I love it.
All right, we are back and we are ready to air some dirty laundry.
Ooh.
Personal questions people have for Ask Natalie advice columnist Natalie Bencivenga.
I thought maybe you didn't wash your socks.
No,
But
clean socks.
Questions like, I just got married, but it turns out I don't like being quarantined at home with my new husband.
Yikes.
Yeah. What are you to do?
Yeah, so Natalie joins us now with those questions and her answers. But first, Natalie, I have to say one of the things that we really like about your advice column is that you don't just answer questions, you also provide networking advice, which is really important right now with so many people isolated at home. So let's start with a recent networking tip that you had about how to say hello to someone. Maybe we shouldn't be saying, "How are you?" Even though I want to say to you, Natalie, how are you, Natalie?
I'm doing really well, and I hope that you are both doing well. And it's great to see you guys, even if it's over Zoom.
I love your haircut. I saw your post on social media. It looks great on you.
Thank you. I'm going for the Heather look, if you will.
Oh, is that the Heather?
I didn't know there was a look.
Oh, see, it's catching on now. The Heather Abraham. She goes to her stylist and says, "I want the Heather Abraham."
All right, well, Natalie, we have to get to this first question because I think a lot of people can relate on maybe a smaller scale, but you know, you're stuck inside, maybe working from home, and this woman wrote in that she's kind of annoyed with her husband.
Yeah, so it's interesting because this is an unexpected experience, right? None of us have gone through something like this before. So I keep telling everybody, give yourselves some slack, even when it comes to how you're introducing yourself in an email, right? So earlier when David was saying, you know, should we say hello, or how are you? How do we introduce ourselves? All of these things right now, I think just take a step back and give yourself a little grace and a little space. But in terms of when you don't have that kind of space because you're living with someone, I think it's important that we have to be mindful of each other's quirks, so to speak. So if your husband is type A and can't stand having dishes in the sink, you know, she talked about how she found it really annoying that he would nag about her with this. And so she was actually leaving dishes in the sink.
Yeah.
Oh, that's bad. If she's to the point that she wants to trigger him, yeah.
Yes. And so I just said to her, you know, honestly, this is a bad precedent to be setting. Not that you should ever become passive aggressive with one another, but if you're already doing it and you're just married, this is not a good sign. So I think what we really need to do is remember why we fell in love, why we got married in the first place, and also recognize that in this hyper anxious time that we are all living in, everybody is a little more overwhelmed than they normally are. So try to be a little more compassionate with your husband and less passive aggressive. And I think you'll get actually a little further in the situation and tell him, you know, I'll do this if you do this. Take turns, you know, dividing and conquering, because they actually said that leaving dishes in the sink is one of the worst things people can do in a marriage.
Oh.
You know what? I left a fork and a knife in the sink this morning. So
You're going to be in trouble when you get home.
I may be in trouble. Hey, I want to follow up on what you said there, because we had started off asking about, like, as a networking tip, don't at this point, right in the middle of all this, ask, how are you doing? And why is that? Is it because it just opens up a deeper, like, you don't maybe want to open up exactly how you're doing, right?
Well, exactly. I think right now people are going through a lot, right? Even if you're not impacted by someone that is dealing with COVID, even if you don't have COVID yourself, a lot of people are dealing with the economic stress of the fallout from the pandemic. And you have a lot of people that have joined forces for social justice causes. So everybody's energy is just very heightened right now. And it can actually feel like a loaded question. So instead of starting an email out that way or a greeting that way, I just have been saying, hey, it's great to see you. I hope you're doing well. And that's sort of a little more passive of an introduction than how are you doing. I know these are very slight things that we're dealing with, but I've noticed people really are a little bit on edge with everything right now. And so I'm just trying to find ways for people to connect that's compassionate.
I think it makes sense.
Really good advice. Yeah. You had somebody else write into your column, and the question went something like this. Do you think that it's wrong for your boyfriend to be on social media and telling other girls that he broke up with you, but then he says it's just for...
The sun used to make our outdoor patio space so hot and uncomfortable, we couldn't even use it.
Then we discovered the Sunsetter retractable awning. Our Sunsetter opens and closes in under 60 seconds.
Here, I think if he's talking to other women as well as telling these women that he's broken up and then saying it's a joke, what's funny about that? That's what I would say to him. What is funny about that? I don't think that's funny. Are we broken up? I didn't think we were broken up. So I think calling him out on this nonsense is key, but then also recognizing if you are in this situation not able to see each other as much as normal, it can, I guess, be triggering some other emotional responses that he may need in his life or want in his life. But that's on him. I mean, come on. We all have to like power through together.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, we all have a responsibility to power through together, and we should not be unkind to someone that we supposedly care about in the process.
Well, and honesty is so important in a relationship, right?
Yeah. All right, we have one more for you. So a writer wrote to you saying, I left my husband for another man last year, and I now realize I made a huge mistake. Oh my gosh, like this is a major, I don't even know how you answer these, Natalie, because it's so hard to give advice.
Yeah, this was a tough one because I asked her, do you actually want back with your husband, or do you just miss the dynamic, or the reason that you had the affair? Did you want the excitement of it? So I think there's a lot of stuff to untangle here that you're not going to be able to do in, 500 words, but I did my best trying to get her to think about why she's sort of yo-yoing back and forth with the men in her life. And is this really about them, or is this more about her and what she wants? And it came off to me as her behavior as being very selfish and self-involved. And I think she needs to take a break in general.
Well, and I liked what you also wrote to her, which was maybe you should be living by yourself for a little while. Maybe if the guy you left your husband for isn't working out, then maybe you just step away from both altogether.
Absolutely. And I think at the end of the day, she shouldn't be doing this to her husband. He even said, I guess, in a conversation that they had, you made your bed and you can lie in it. So I don't think he's that open to just welcoming her back with open arms. So I think she needs to take some time and reflect before she perhaps makes another decision that could impact her family in a negative way.
Right.
These are people's lives you're messing with,
Right, right. And I mean, I think sometimes you get perspective just by being alone for some time, right?
And learning more about who you are and what you need, but also recognizing what you've possibly done to hurt someone else and acknowledging that and taking ownership and responsibility.
All right, thank you, Natalie, as always, although I'm very concerned now about the knife and fork I left in the sink this
I think that you're going to be okay. I have a feeling Gary will forgive you.
Think?
I think
Okay.
so. I have
All right, we hope so.
Thank you so much, Natalie. You look great.
Great to see you. We miss you too.
And if you have a question for Ask Natalie, you can email her. She may answer it in her next column. You'll find the link at pittsburghtodaylive.com.